Hey guys, Matt here. Today I want to show you how to move within a 2D image and generate an image from a new camera perspective. And we're going to be using something called Gaussian Splats. And if you don't know what those are, it doesn't matter. This is a pretty straightforward process. And I'll show you the limitations and just talk about a few quirks of how this works. There's a Qwen Edit model that's been trained on Gaussian Splats that'll help fill in the blanks and correct the distortions. It's really cool. I'm going to quickly also show you how to install the viewer because I made some changes to the original repository. So I want to show you how to load those, and let's get started. One thing's for certain: whenever you load Comfy in someone else's workflows, you're going to have these red out nodes. And typically the easiest way to solve that is to go to the manager and say install missing custom nodes. And in this case, we have the sharp. While that's happening, I can tell you that we're still going to be missing one of the nodes, and that's the one that I've edited it in a repository on GitHub. So to access that and to fix this red node, you follow the instructions up here. And so I have a copy of this repository with my own edits to it. And to install that, you come up here, and this is the same way with any repository on GitHub. You copy this. We're going to bring over our custom nodes folder in Windows, and I type in command, and that'll open right directly where I need it to go, a command DOS window. And now I'm going to type in git clone. Now make sure you have Git for Windows installed, a tiny little app. You should have that already. And now we have our repository installed into custom nodes. So when something's missing, it either didn't load correctly when the boot up of Comfy, or it's just simply missing the directory altogether. The other way to do that would be to go to my website, scroll to the bottom, and I'll have a new Comfy workflow here, and you just simply click it. You can open up these workflows, and they come with the directory. If there's a directory in there, copy that to your custom nodes, okay? So that's the easiest way to get this going, and now you simply restart. And we've done the two methods. We've used the manager to install the missing nodes, and we used our git clone to copy the repository from GitHub. Those are the standard ways to fix your nodes. Okay, so now I'm installing two node dependencies, and it's going to go through, and it'll take a little moment to install. All right, now that you have all your nodes cleared, you have to download the LoRA model, and it's in Chinese, so you might want to rename this when you download it using this name here. Okay, and then refresh, and you'll have your LoRA models. But before we get to that, we'll go over the sampler. Now, the reason I wanted to make a video is that this thing just has a few odd little quirks, and I wanted to just show you the best practice. I would bypass the sampler for Qwen right now while you generate the splat. And we're going to do Control-Enter once this is loaded. You may have to download a model automatically. This creates a 63 meg file in your output directory. You can see it's a projection of the image. It doesn't have a wraparound to create the other side. We'll be able to combine multiple images together, and you can really interact with a space with reflections, and there's ways to change the lighting environment. So if you're interested in this technology, it's definitely something I think is going to be really big this year. Anyways, you can move around the camera, and the whole point of this would be to generate a fresh view by hitting set camera. That locks it in, and now you have to generate it again, and it often pauses. It also gets stuck right here. So sometimes you have to make sure you generate until the image is loaded and previewed here. That gets transferred here as a Gaussian image, which is what we see, plus our original. Now it's just an RGB image, but we're calling it the Gaussian image. And now there's instructions what to do with this. I'm going to unbypass this, Control-Enter, and load our sampler. And the instructions ask it to convert and fix this image with the use of the LoRA, using this image as a reference. Now, if you stray too far away from this and the reference image, it'll break. One thing you could do is that you could just have a small portion that it looks at. Sometimes it's provided too much information. So if you were zooming in on a specific detail, you might want to create a little separate image of that so that it's not looking at the whole image. And I was using my mask automatic masking thing for that, but I didn't want to go into that right now. So here you can see it does a really amazing job at filling in these blanks. Now, it moved the guy around. This actually does happen with the people. Kind of like what I was saying is that there's so much information in here that, and has to require so much inference that I think that it does get a little bit scrambled. But it did a great job on the sign of my fictional restaurant here. And we'll try another view. Let's say, so now we set camera. And that's good. So now the view's there, and it should just pipe all the way through to our sampler. Yeah, so that's pretty wild. I mean, it's not exact, but yeah, it works really well. So let's do another example. Loaded a new image, generate the Gaussian, and what it's going to happen is that once this is through, it'll see, this is why you want to pause it. It's going to start generating an unnecessary image because you have to have this pass through and preview here before you can use the sampler. So I'm going to zoom in on the chopping, rotate the camera like this here. So now we're going to Control Enter. Oh no, I have to hit Set Camera. Okay, now I'll remove this bypass. Okay, there we go. And there you go. You can see that it inferred that all of that was in a kitchen without having to prompt that it was in a kitchen. It reads all of that data and then fills it in. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. It's the Qwen Gaussian Splat LoRA camera edit. I'm not sure what to call it, but you'll see the link for the workflows down below, and I'll post everything on my LinkedIn and in the description below. Okay, thanks guys for watching. Bye.